my dear change makers. I'm so happy to come back to you on day 2, and we're going to discuss how we can enhance our love for ourselves today. Okay, now on this day 2, we will talk about how you can actually pamper yourself. So it's a pampering day, and everybody gets those goosebumps when we talk about how we can pamper ourselves. Okay, now please understand, like we had discussed yesterday also, self-love is an art of loving yourself. It is the connection and the love that we feel for ourselves, which comes to us when we accept and appreciate who we are and allow ourselves to build a connection with our soul. Like yesterday, I discussed the formula for achievement. In fact, I shared that formula of achievement also with you all. I will explain this using the same formula, how you can actually pamper yourself today. Okay, so the step 1 was the right and positive thoughts. Okay, now many a times it happens that our friends or family members ask us that did you have your meal? Okay, and your answer to that question is a no in a very hesitant voice. And the moment you say no, they pounce on you with a why. And they say it's good to be indulgent in work, but it is important that you have your meals at proper time. And you have no option but to say yes to that or agree to that particular notion, because you know that they are saying right. I think this is the scenario with everyone, with you, with me, with everyone altogether. Okay, so the idea here is, how do you take care of yourself today? And taking care is part of pampering. Okay, how do you pamper yourself? Step 2 was the idea or the goal we are generating. Okay, so during the self-love February, which is happening right now, I want you to choose yourself first. Okay, over everything else, even over your responsibilities as well. They will always be there 247, right? And you can never get away with them unless you just get away with life altogether. Okay, we all have loads of work in our kitty, and which is just endless. Okay, but you need to understand that you deserve affection from your own self, and always think that our dear ones, we always think of our dear ones. We always take special effort to make them comfortable, to make them feel special, buy gifts for them, and do whatnot. Okay, but what about you, your own soul? Don't you think that your soul also requires that kind of a love and affection from you? Yes, right? So it is high time that you introspect and realize the need to pamper yourself. Okay, now here the pampering is just not external, that you go and get a manicure and pedicure or get a spa. However, that is also very important, right? But it is internal too. So let us understand what pampering means inside out, internally to externally. Okay, so I have this formula. I believe in formulas to a greater extent. Okay, so I have this formula which is a CARE formula. Now, CARE formula basically is an acronym. Okay, wherein C stands for comfort. If you want, you can write that down. C stands for comfort. A stands for affection and attention. Okay, R stands for respect and kindness, and E stands for engrossed or indulgence. Okay, right? I'll quickly decode this formula for you now. Now, comfort, the C of care. Comfort is basically feeling of getting comfortable after a hard day or a week. Now you deserve that time for yourself, wherein you make yourself comfortable in your most sacred space. Okay, or it is like this, that after having a very long day or having a hard day, you just go and have a hot water bath with scented perfumes, which just elevates your mood. Okay, having me time in terms of whatever you like to do, like reading, binging, or pursuing any of your hobbies. You are doing that in that me time, wherein no other disturbances from the external parties or the external environment is coming to you. wherein you are spending that quality time with yourself, making yourself comfortable and just calming down, soothing yourself. Okay. A stands for affection and attention. Now, what does that mean? It is like giving attention to your needs and treating yourself with affection. We do this with everyone else in the house, with friends and family, that we are giving attention to them, our time to them, and treating them well with love and affection and care and everything else, right? But it is important that we start doing this to ourselves as well, to our soul as well. So inside you, if your soul feels that you need to take a break, give attention to this need, and with affection create that space for a break. Okay, right? Like for example, you can go for a spa day, having a spa, or a retail therapy, and believe me, retail therapy works wonders. I'll tell you what is retail therapy is. Retail therapy is basically going and buying the goods which you wanted for a longer period of time, which elevates your confidence, which elevates your mood, which elevates your idea of your own personality. Okay, so that is called as retail therapy. So you can today pounce on Amazon or Flipkart or any other all these internet based applications or any other applications wherein you are comfortable with, right? And buy something for yourself. Okay, then comes your respect and kindness, the R of the C.A.R.E formula. Now, in this, you are respecting your boundaries. Okay, what is acceptable to you, what isn't acceptable to you, you're respecting your boundaries, you're respecting your capacities. Now, being a business and economics teacher, I have always taught my students the one concept of economies and diseconomies of scale. First, I will tell you the business point of view of it, and then I'll come to your personal point of view of it. Now, in business, economies and diseconomies of scale is that you increase your capacities or you increase the productivity to the highest potential of your capacity in order to reduce the average cost. But at one point of time, your capacity is, you have reached to your 100% potential or 100% capacity. And if you stretch yourself beyond that, you start to experience diseconomies of scale. That means your average cost starts increasing. Okay, now apply this whole formula to your own self. You have a capacity to work around the day. Okay, so till the time you are harnessing to the maximum of your capacity, you are in amazing zone. You are creating 100% productivity, 100% quality, and all these stuff. But the moment you start stretching yourself, you're putting stress on yourself. And the moment you start putting stress, you go in the anxiety cycle. Okay, and start experiencing diseconomies of scale. And कितनी बार ऐसा होता है, many times it happens that आप अपने peak state पे पहुंचते हो, एनर्जी के पीक स्टेट पे होते हो, और वहां पे एकदम से पीक स्टेट पे पहुंचने के बाद यू गो डाउन, एंड इट इज लाइक दैट यू आर स्टैंडिंग ऑन द क्लिफ एंड यू हैव डाइव डाउन. Probably you do not have the capacity now, you are not feeling well, you have gone down with some sickness or something like this. It suddenly happens, and the whole momentum which you had gained over a period of time reaching to your peak has just gone. I don't know about you, but it happens with me many a times. Okay, so you need to understand this thing, that diseconomies of scale happen to our personal lives as well. So you need to be very kind so that you don't end up being in fatigue or reaching to your fatigue level, right? And what you can do here is have positive affirmations and know your boundaries, know how much you can stretch yourself. Okay, and I always feel that you should work to your to the 80% of your capacity. Do not reach to the 100%, because till the time you are 75-80%, you will do wonders, and there will be consistency in your work, and it won't happen to you like this, that you're reaching to the peak state and then diving down because of fatigue and stress and anxiety, all that, right? Then comes your E, the engrossed, or how indulgent you are to your own self. This means basically nurturing yourself. Now we nurture our siblings, we nurture our friendships, we nurture the family tie-ups, we nurture the the child, our child, okay, the kids, right? But in the moment, in this particular moment, we don't nurture ourselves, the child within us, the soul within us. So I prefer indulge into your favorite food, music, soul soothing activities. Possibly you can do some meditation if you like to do meditation. You can go for nice walks. In fact, many people like hiking and going for cycling rounds and everything. Try doing that. It will help you in again connecting with your soul, and you will get to understand yourself in a better way. It is like a journey to become more aware of your own self. Okay, right? So keeping in mind this care formula, now the task for you, keeping in mind the care formula: comfort, attention or affection, respect and kindness, and engross. Now you have to take a day to plan a great surprise for yourself. What are you doing for your comfort? What are you doing for your attention and affection? What will you do for creating more respect for yourself and treating yourself with kindness? And what you will do for being more indulgent or being more engrossed? Okay, right? I want you to just understand. Now, this can be like buying exciting gifts, investing in your health, going for yoga or something like this, or meditation camps or something like this. I want you to pay attention to these things that bring you pleasure, happiness, and which you feel you can commit to. ऐसी कोई चीज नहीं करनी है कि जिससे आपको लगता है कि मैं इसको कमिटमेंट नहीं दे पाऊंगा या नहीं दे पाऊंगी. Okay, you have to do something which you can commit to, right? Where your soul says yes to it. See the purity in you. Okay, and the fourth step towards the formula of achievement is perseverance. Okay, perseverance is consistency and commitment to this journey of empowerment, transformation, wherein you are empowering yourself with your own love. Okay, right? Now, when you learn to pamper yourself inside out regularly, you will unlock the new dimensions of your personality, the dimensions which are part of your hidden personality, which you too aren't aware of. So it is something within me which I am not aware of. Okay, but through this care formula of pampering, you will be able to unlock those dimensions which are hidden in you, which you were not aware of. Okay, so basically with this care approach, you will reach to a new level of self-awareness. I understand that life may not always be easy, okay, and it catches you sometime, okay, but how you live your life today is what makes it worth living tomorrow as well. Okay, and when you take care of yourself, everything around you will improve drastically. I hope this whole activity is going to help you to connect with your soul, pamper a little more, okay, right, and possibly reach to a new level of awareness. Okay, right? Do share your reflections with me on the chat box. Now, these reflections, like again, I'm telling you, these reflections can be in the way of just the snapshot of your diary. They can be just a simple message. They can be in the way of audio. They can be in the way of video. Whatever you are comfortable with. But reflection is important. It is like that you are taking onus of your own journey of transformation. Until the time you do not take 100% responsibility, you cannot expect results as well. On that note, this is Richa Chaturvedi signing off. Love you all.